testing this out and seeing how it goes. See if anybody decides to show up. I'm feeling it's just gonna be me talking to myself. Got one person. Yay! All right. Yay. First live chat. Let's see how it goes overall. You can ask whatever you want. Really don't have anything to talk about. My cats are playing with a potato chip crumb that's on the floor. That's kind of fun. I am not nearly as interesting as Mean Mr. Mayo. See if anybody else comes along. Where do I live? I live in Florida. Hello, Wesley. That reminds me of Clone High. I don't know if anybody remembers that show from the early 2000s. It was on MTV, and there was a robot that was assistant to the principal of the high school, and the only name he could say was Wesley. Didn't matter who he was talking to, everyone was Wesley. No, I didn't get flooded, thank God. Irma did hit us pretty hard, but we were without power for about 2.5, 3 days. And no power in Florida sucks. I'll tell you what, it really sucks. I still know people that are without, without power. Yeah, that's right. If you're in Texas, hope everybody over there is doing better. I know it takes a lot of time to kind of get back to normal, but things are finally starting to feel a little bit better here. Do I prefer Let It Be or Abbey Road? I prefer Abbey Road. I think the whole second side and how it goes together is, much better. I'm much prettier than Maya. Well, thank you. I'll take it. Yeah, there aren't too many girls in the vinyl community, and that kind of makes me sad. I hope that maybe by doing this, that maybe I will influence more women to join. That girls like records too. It's not just boys. It's not just a boys club. It's funny, so it's like I've got 2 people in here, but my little guy that, tells me how many people are here watching still says 0. So that's bizarre. Makes me feel like I'm talking to myself. But just hanging out, sitting on the couch, waiting for more people to join. Let's see, saying the other day, 7% of his viewers are female. Yeah, 7%. Hey, see me fly, West Virginia. I did it. I have a live chat that lasted more than a couple seconds. We'll see how it goes. Because Joe's not doing one right now. So all those people should be coming over this way. The minute he starts one, I'm done. I'm a goner. Yep, you and me both are the few females that are into this stuff. But I'll be honest, for a long time, I had not known that there was even not a vinyl community, but even a Beatles community on YouTube. My favorite song on the White Album. Oh God, that's tough. Especially when I don't have the track listing in front of me. I know that I Will is definitely one of my favorites. That was actually my parents' wedding song when they were together. It's actually difficult for me to listen to it now because it gets me all verklempt, as they say. But it's still a beautiful song, even though it makes me all emotional and stuff. But yeah, it's a beautiful tune. It was funny, I was actually at a couple of the record stores in my area today. I went to 2 of them. And yeah, I bought some stuff, so I'll probably make a regular video about that soon. But there was a point where I was in the store, and it was all girls. And it was pretty cool. Yours is Helter Skelter. Helter Skelter's a good one. It's a rocker. For sure. But yeah, it was pretty cool for a moment. It was like, oh, it's not a sausage fest at the record store. But I still haven't seen a girl that owns. Well, actually, that's not true, because there's a couple that owns a record store. In downtown Orlando. I got blisters on my fingers. Oh, Ringo. Yeah, I could tell you what, though. Playing Helter Skelter on drums, it will give you blisters on your fingers. And yes, I do know from experience. Yeah. Mother Nature's Son is another great song. For sure. You're on the treadmill and you're typing? Geez, I hope you don't fall on your face. Be careful, please. Be careful. My cats are looking at me like I'm nuts. I became interested in the Beatles, I like to say, from birth. I like to tell people that I came out of the womb going, woo! Now, I've always been a Beatles fan, and it's because my parents are Beatles fans. And any kind of long road trips that we would take and stuff like that, my dad would make these Beatles mixtapes. And so all of my earliest memories being in the car are listening to the Beatles. And of course, Yellow Submarine had a huge part to do with it. It was my favorite movie when I was 2. And I remember being a little kid and, being at home with my dad, who was the primary, stay-at-home parent. And he did what any normal parent would do and stick the kid in front of the TV. And so he would ask him, what tape did I want to, watch today? And I'd always point to Yellow Submarine. It was always either between Yellow Submarine and The Little Mermaid were my top 2. And I loved Yellow Submarine. I still love Yellow Submarine. And I just remember loving the music and all the colors. And then I started watching more Beatles movies. And that's kind of how I became a Beatles fan, was watching A Hard Day's Night and Help, A Magical Mystery Tour, and Yellow Submarine. And anything that had to do with the Beatles, I wanted to watch it. So even if it was a documentary, as long as I knew that, oh, it's the Beatles, I wanted to watch it. So we had the complete Beatles on VHS, and we also had Imagine John Lennon. And so that's when I started really learning and, you know, eventually beating grown-ups at Beatles trivia, which by the time I was 7 years old got the nickname the Beatle Nut. And it's still with me today, and even at work, I'm the Beatle Nut. So that's how I got into the Beatles. And I always will be. Yeah, the Beatles cartoons, they're awesome. They've all been pretty much uploaded onto YouTube. I don't own any of the like bootleg DVDs that it's come out on, but they're so bad that it's good. If the accents were more spot on and not those ridiculous, horrible British accents, like, I think they'd be a bit more enjoyable. But I definitely have a place in my heart for the 1965 Beatles cartoons. This is fun. Let's keep going. I see why Joe likes these. Who do I consider to be the fifth Beatle? I would have to say George Martin. Even though a lot of people will argue, you know, about Brian Epstein, and of course you can't forget about, you know, like Stuart Sutcliffe and stuff like that. But without George Martin, the Beatles would really not be nothing because they were always great, but he made them what they were. I mean, I'm sure we've all listened to the anthology and all the demos, and it's so different than when, you know, George puts all those ideas together, and he really knew how to execute properly, and he did just a fantastic job. He really was the fifth Beatle, and yeah, he did play on many of their songs. All the orchestrations. It's so funny, a guy that was a producer for a comedy label, you would never expect that he could be an amazing musical arranger. I mean, he was just recording vocals mostly. You didn't think that, you know, he'd be writing out, you know, orchestrations and stuff like that. Dude was a genius. An absolute genius. What else you got? Yeah, he absolutely was brilliant. And he will be terribly, terribly missed. But he lived a long, good life. I mean, going at 90, I mean, trust me, there's a lot worse. So, he did a lot. God, there's really no, like, good flattering angle to do these. Because it's like, you get the double chin going. We don't want that. You guys want to see something really cute? That's my cat. What do I think about the Love Show and the album? I love Love. I love it. And there are some people out there that are, you know, purists, and they don't like the remixes. I could listen to that soundtrack over and over and over. In fact, I think I have. Hi, Matthew Smith. I'll get to that in just a minute. Yeah, Love is fantastic, and I've seen the show twice. Right? Well, no. Yeah, I saw it in 2008, and I saw it in 2012. So I need to go back to Vegas, and I need to see it again, because for the 10th anniversary, they revamped it. Mayo likes Love. That's good. He should. Everybody. Oh, Mayo doesn't like Love. I'm not surprised. He and I don't agree on everything, but that's okay. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. And I know tons of people that don't like it because they are just like, why'd you have to, you know, mess around with the songs? But there's interviews with Ringo where he was listening to some of the early renditions, and he's like, no, make it crazier, make it crazier. And that's how I feel. I'm like, I want to hear weird percussion parts on, one end, and I want to hear, all kinds of, other instruments where they're not supposed to be. I love it. And maybe it's because I am a musician, and it's cool that they changed the key of the songs, to match the key of another song, and they put it to, it's brilliant. It's so good. So good. Yeah, it's tough to believe that Love has been around for over 10 years now. Craziness. I need to go back and see what they've done. I really want to. But I'm poor, and I can't really go anywhere. So, yeah. See, I don't have my laptop the way that Joe does it. I'm just doing this straight from my phone. So, I mean, there's not enough people in here for me to miss questions or anything like that, so I think I'll be okay. I hope so anyway. We'll see how it goes. Matthew Smith, you asked me about my top 3 favorite Paul albums. And hold on. Live at the Hollywood Bowl album, I have it on CD. My most prized piece of memorabilia. Oh man, whew, that's tough. That's really, really tough. 'Cause I have so many things like here and there. Between, like, my favorite things are like my originals. I love my Beatles trading cards. Anything that's old school and legit, I love. But there's a magazine that I have that I haven't made a video of yet, because it's a topic that I'm saving for when I eventually get my brother on the channel to do this with. Most of my family still lives in New York, so we don't get to see each other often. And I have to wait for my brother. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry. Bear with me. I'm getting used to this whole live thing. Oh geez, I wish I had the Remco dolls. They are so ridiculously expensive. It is really hard to be a Beatles collector these days, because the value just keeps going up and up and up and up and up. And I just cannot afford all the things that I want. It's terrible. I would love those Remco dolls, though. They are so creepy looking that it's awesome. I'm still supposed to give my 3 favorite McCartney albums, and I'm having a really tough time because, I'll be honest, I don't know if I've ever really listened to a Paul McCartney album in full. Yeah, I know, I'm bad. I don't know if I've listened to any solo Beatle album all the way through. Yeah, with the bad shag haircut. It's so bad it's good. See, yeah, I know more about Beatles albums than I do about the solo material. I know all the solo hits, and I know, about the albums, and I know what's what. But, I don't know if I could give you a proper list. Because I really only started collecting the solo stuff as of recently. I've only been doing this channel since, March? April? So, you're seeing me on my journey. See, I think this is what Joe has got to do. He's got to, lay on the couch and relax when he does these, instead of sitting in that office chair all the time. Did I like the new Ringo album? I only listened to bits and pieces of it yesterday. I keep forgetting that I need to do it. And the thing that I don't get is that why does Ringo have to redo his songs? He's always putting out new versions of stuff that he's done before. And I'm just like, do you have nothing else to do? Do you have no other material? But I actually did listen to the new version of Photograph, and I liked it, because Photograph is just a great song overall. I already made a video of my thoughts on the "We're on the Road Again" song. I don't think I need to do that again because I got a lot of crap for it. All right, those are good lists. I know those albums. See, I could tell you like a song or two from each. That's kind of where I'm at when it comes to solo stuff. I know, I'm horrible. But I need to listen to the rest. I only skimmed through the Ringo's new album. Do I like the Kinks? Yeah, sure. What song did he record 3 times already? I know he did a couple versions of Love Me Do, which was horrible. It's just, leave it alone. You know, it's one thing when you come out with new material and, you know, nobody can compare it to anything else. When you redo songs over and over, no bueno. Oh, Back Off Boogaloo, sure. I guess I only know the original. I don't know if, I'm sure I've heard all these songs before. See, this is where I lack, like I said. Solo Beatles stuff, not too terribly familiar with. I'm getting there. But, Beatles stuff, you can ask me anything about the Beatles' career and I got you. But yeah, how many times can you record Back Off Boogaloo? Yeah, and you know what? I did listen to that from the new one yesterday, and I was sad that at the beginning it didn't have the drums. It had the guitar kind of doing that intro rhythm part. But, Ringo needs to be more about his roots, about his drums. Played Memory last night. Let It Be or Let It Be Naked? Ooh. That's tough. I like both. And there's some parts that, like, you're kind of, you know, partial to. Like, I do like the Let It Be Naked version of Long and Winding Road. Because that's the way Paul wanted it. And he didn't want all of that Phil Spector orchestration on it. So, yeah. Man, I remember getting Let It Be Naked when it came out. Somewhere. It's in a bin somewhere. I have all the Beatles CDs somewhere. See, I can't wait to get a giant, like, you know, display area, china closet thing to put all my Beatles stuff in. One day I will get one. And I will have all my stuff out and not in boxes and in totes anymore. And it'll be pretty. Alright, time flies when you do these. We're almost at 25 minutes. Now, by the original Long and Winding Road, do you mean, like, the naked version, right? Yeah, he did. Phil Spector really did. He went all out with the orchestrations. But the thing is that's Phil Spector, and that's the sound that he always had. I mean, even with, you know, the Ronettes and, you know, Tina Turner and all the stuff that Phil Spector produced. That's him. If I could ask John Lennon any question, what would it be? God, that's tough. Why'd you have to go back to Yoko Ono after being with May Peng? Chapman? Is he still in... Oh, or wait. Or no, Phil Spector. Phil Spector, yeah, I think he's still in prison. I don't know. I don't keep up with it. Yeah. I don't know. Paul said that he was, totally furious with Phil Spector. Never worked with him again, right? Yeah, Lennon was the only one that worked with Phil Spector post-Beatles. Yeah, I think Phil Spector is still in jail. I haven't heard anything about that in a while. Well, I hope you guys are having a good time. This is tough. It's tough to think of, things to talk about, so I really appreciate you guys thinking of questions and stuff like that. Kidding me, even in my pre-recorded videos, I'm like, huh, all the time, so words are hard. Good, you're having a blast, that's what matters. Me too, it's fun. My cats are sleeping, so. Favorite Beatles album cover? That actually for me is easy. It's Beatles for Sale. There's something about the pictures, even the back photo as well, that are just absolutely, beautiful. And that's my favorite era of the Beatles, is circa 65. So, what do you think about Linda's influence on Paul and his music? That's alright. Paul was in love. That was his soulmate. So, more power to him that he could make music with the woman that he loved. Most people can't do that, It's usually one person is on their own, but, he wanted her around. Yeah, the little turnip on George's head, the wisp is, they just all look so good there. They're just adorable. I love it. But yeah, I wish I had. See, this is the thing. I don't have enough albums where I can just pull them out and be like, here you go, and show you all. Hinduism and I don't know. I'm neither really here or there on that. Am I all about the Indian type music? Not really, but it's really cool to see how George Harrison put that Eastern kind of music with pop music. Yeah. I mean, Linda did take a lot of crap. She did. Could she sing? No. But there was something kind of, cool about her singing badly, that it kind of fit in there and it made it sound good. I don't know. And I've said this before, that Silly Love Songs is my favorite Paul McCartney and Wings song. As cheesy as that is. And it wouldn't have the same impact without Linda's backing vocals. Within You Without You is great. Do I listen to it that often? Kind of. I love the lyrics of Within You Without You. The content of the song is great. And I do have, a love for the, the timbali drums and, stuff like that. I'm a percussionist. I've been playing the drums since I was 9 years old. So, from that kind of an instrumentalist point of view, I do like Within You Without You. I actually like Within You, Without You, Tomorrow Never Knows from the Love album. I think that's better than the original. And of course, that's what sold the show. If it wasn't for that mix, there would be no love. $30 and a rockin'. Very cool. Yeah, for sure. With the anthology on Within You, Without You. Yeah, Norwegian Wood featured the sitar. And that's probably my favorite use of it on Norwegian Wood. And it's such a great sound. All right, once again, I'm not up to speed on my Beatles solo material, and I'm actually really embarrassed right now. And I should be embarrassed that I basically know all of the solo hits. It's something that I'm venturing into. I'm finally kind of heading in that direction when it comes to the Beatles solo material. I need to get more into it. I'm sorry. I don't have an answer for stuff like that. Oh, okay. Then I won't listen to it. No. I'll listen to it eventually. But I'll keep that in mind, Wesley. Ooh, some of your rarer Beatle albums. It would help if I had Beatle records. If you guys haven't watched all of my videos on my channel, you'll know that I only started collecting records recently because I never had a reason to. My parents always had all the vinyl. And you'll see in my video that I collaborated with my mom, where we went through her Beatle records. They weren't in the greatest condition, and that's kind of what put on the light bulb for me, is that, all right, if I want Beatle records, I'm going to need my own. So, and I'm sorry, I missed your questions. They pop up and then they disappear really quick. And maybe, I guess that's why Joe uses his laptop. I might have to break it out if we get more people. So I apologize. Can you guys type that in one more time? I appreciate it. I'm sorry. First time trial run. Yeah, and I don't think it lets me go back, does it? Oh, it does! Oh, okay, you guys don't have to type. Oh, great. Okay. Sorry if, my fingers are all over the place or whatever. Oh, neat. Yeah, some of Paul's solo albums are up there with Beatles albums. I hear that quite a bit. I just bought Pipes of Peace the other week, which I know a lot of people don't really like that one, but I love the song so bad. So, see, I have Poland Spring bottled water. Now, this is tough to find in Florida for all you guys that live up north. They don't have Poland Spring down here. But when the hurricane was about to hit, I went to BJ's, right? And they had cases of Poland Spring water. And I freaked out. I was like, oh my God, it's like I never left home. So, cheers. It's not as fun as Joe's little green cup. Yeah, is it hard to find in Virginia? This is all people drink in New York. So when I was a kid growing up there, we used to have one of those legit water coolers in the kitchen of Poland Spring. So this was all I drank when I was a kid. And I remember visiting the first few times after I moved to Florida. Whoever I was staying with, I was like, yeah, Poland Spring. Tastes like any normal water. But still, it's special. It's the label makes everything. Oh, Twizzlers. Twizzlers for sure. hmm Now I want some. Now I need some Twizzlers. I don't even know if I know what vines are. I know that there's, well, is that just the single, like, red rope licorice? But I grew up on Twizzlers. So I don't know any others. Oh yeah, you lived in the city? That's cool. Like right smack in Manhattan, or yeah, vines are the single rope ones, yeah. There's that scene in Wayne's World where Garth has the uh, red rope licorice thing on the hood of the car, and he can use the wire cutters to cut the licorice. Penny Lane or Strawberry Fields? Ooh, good question. They're both so different. But I love both. I don't want to choose. I do love Penny Lane though, but I love Strawberry Fields. See, that's the thing. They're two totally different songs by two totally different songwriters, yet it was a double-sided single. Whoa. That's why the Beatles were amazing. That's one of the many reasons why the Beatles were amazing. They had something for everyone. Whether you loved pop music or whether you were kind of into the hippie thing, whether, you know, it's rock or blues or whatever. It's the beautiful thing about them. Mm-hmm. Awkward silence. Well, I must say, I appreciate you guys, you know, sticking around for almost 40 minutes. That's cool. I really, really, really do. It's nice to, you know, find like minded people that, you know, have the same interests and you don't feel like a total weirdo. Think of the musicianship of each Beatle. All four Beatles are amazing. They really, truly are. And for those people that say that, you know, Ringo was, no way. Shut the hell up. Because I'm a drummer, and Ringo is so influential and so, like, unlike any other drummer. People need to stop giving him shit. And George Harrison is one of the greatest lead guitar players of all time. Paul McCartney is an amazing, amazing bass player. And this is something that I've always been really curious about. So we all know that Paul McCartney played rhythm guitar originally when, you know, Quarrymen and the Beatles first, you know, started going. So Stu Sutcliffe leaves the band. Oh, you gotta run. Bye. Thanks for hanging out. So Stu Sutcliffe leaves the band to stay in Germany. So Paul's got to take on the bass, right? I don't understand how, like, because I play guitar as well. I know how to play chords and all that stuff. I play rhythm guitar. How do you go from that to being a freaking awesome bassist, doing riffs and scales and stuff? I don't even know how to do scales. Hold on, I gotta go back to these questions. I was ranting. I apologize. Oh, hi, Joseph Carey. It's the first ever Beatles item that I owned. That is a great question. I think I was about 6 or 7. And I remember the first Beatles shirt I got was a Yellow Submarine t-shirt. But my first, item were the Hamilton figurines. And actually, Joe has these on his shelf. The, 1964, the Beatles in the gray suits with the black thingies. And I got those. I was 7 years old. So I think, yeah, those were my first Beatle items. Which they should have never given those figures to a 7-year-old. Just saying. They were having tons of parties with my Barbies. They were in Barbie's convertible all the time. Man, if I only knew that those things would be so valuable, because now I try and find a set of those Hamilton figures and they are so freaking expensive. Alright, sorry, I'm missing stuff. Let me go back. If Paul and Ringo put a band together, who would you want to play rhythm and lead guitar? Ooh, that's tough. Well, I would play rhythm. Just so that I could be in a band with Ringo Starr and Paul McCartney. Shit. And who would play lead? Lita Ford. Because Lita Ford can wail. Alright, sorry, I'm missing more stuff. Oh, Dave Grohl and Brian May, sure. That's actually really good. Yeah. Makes me want to change my answers. Because could you imagine being in a band with Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, and Dave Grohl? I think I'd shit my pants. I think Dave Grohl would shit his pants. Because if you've seen the footage from the Sound City documentary that Dave Grohl did, where he's recording with Paul McCartney, he's totally fangirling out. I would be doing the exact same thing. I would freak out. But yeah, going from rhythm guitar to bass guitar for Paul, it's something that I don't understand, because what I saw her standing there is one of the hardest bass lines ever. Not that it's hard, but it's just that it's really fast and up tempo. What is it? Over and over for 2.5 minutes. It's tough. This is a good time, everybody. It's a good time. All right, for discussion's sake. Oh wait, what do we got here? Come back. yeah. Well, see, there are young Beatles fans out there. There are. Good music is good music, and it's never gonna go away. And it's really nice to see, people of all age groups. And it's like anytime you go to a Paul McCartney concert, you see people. It must span like 4 generations, of just people who are touched by, this band. I mean, come on, I have a Beatle job, for crying out loud. Not many people can say stuff like that. I'm really, really lucky to do what I do and to talk about my favorite band and get paid to do it. I notice that I keep like touching my hair and like fixing myself. Girl problems. Trying to find a flattering angle. It's tough. But yeah, from babies to people in their late 70s and their 80s. My first concert? Alright. It's about to get real personal up in here. Okay. My very first concert, everyone's gonna laugh at me. I'm gonna lose all my cool cred. Like right now. Alright, no, I'm not gonna be ashamed. Because I am still a fan of this artist. And I don't care what you guys say. My very first concert, I was 8 years old. My mom and I won tickets on the radio to see Celine Dion. And this was the Let's Talk About Love tour. So that was the album that My Heart Will Go On was on, other than the Titanic soundtrack. And, man, I will never forget that as long as I live. If I had to take off a song off of Rubber Soul, ooh. Probably What Goes On. I think that's everyone's answer. Poor Ringo. Yeah, What Goes On's gotta go. All the other songs are way too good. But yes, my first concert was Celine Dion. And you know what? I'm not even going to be ashamed, because that girl can sing. I don't care what anybody says. For sure. Yeah, I wish my parents had been taking me to, like, Paul McCartney concerts from the time I was little. The first time I went to see Paul was because, I bought the tickets. So that's why it was later in life. I only saw Paul for the first time back in 2010. But since then, I've seen him every single time he's come to Florida. So, 6 times. And I'll be seeing Ringo for the very first time in November. So, I'm pretty excited. I mean, I don't know. I'm not that much of a Ringo fan. Nice. I would love to see Bob Dylan. I don't want to pay the ticket prices, but if somebody was like, yo, I have a ticket for Bob Dylan, here you go, I'd be like, I'm there. I always liked the Wallflowers growing up. I always really liked Jacob Dylan. I think he had better sing-song voice than his daddy, but I love Bob. I think I was saying this in one of Joe's discussions the other day, that I always loved the Byrds interpretations of Bob Dylan songs, because I'm such a sucker for pop. I really am. 60s pop is just perfection to me. I think I'm the only person that has, like, Freddie and the Dreamers on their playlists. That's in, like, my age group. I don't think anybody I know knows who Freddie and the Dreamers are. Or the Dave Clark 5, or, stuff like that. It's just so good. It's just genuine. genuine good pop music. Because it wasn't even necessarily rock. The Beatles weren't rock and, yeah, well, they were rock and roll, but they weren't like rock. You know what I mean? The Beatles were a pop band. And like I just said, I'm a sucker for pop music. Nothing too current though. Current pop music I have my reservations about. All right, how we doing out there? Yeah. All right, Joseph. That's cool. Love me some Freddie and the Dreamers and Buddy Holly and, well, and who else did you say? Yeah, the Small Faces and the Kinks. Sure. It's funny, my friend has a dog and her name is Lola, and so every time I'm over and I see her dog, I go, hello, Lola. La 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 Lola. I should break out my guitar sometime. I don't know, I always thought about doing that, you know, maybe when I don't have any like record fines or something, I could like do covers or something. It's been a long time since I've performed. My ultimate goal was to start an all-girl Beatles tribute band, but I could just never find people that are as passionate as I am, which is a shame, because we'd make a butt ton of money. We'd be rolling in cash. Yeah, I have a Beatle job. Let's see. There's one problem, Joseph. You're a boy. Not that there's anything wrong with that. No, but there's a band a few years ago in Liverpool called the Beatles, and they were great. It's a shame that they're not together anymore. And they were an all-girl Beatles tribute band. And I'm actually friends with the girl who did the John Lennon and every time she's like, you know, when I go to Liverpool, when that finally happens, we're gonna jam and it's gonna be awesome. Now I have the Kinks stuck in my head. Oh yeah, you're Irish? So, wait, do you live in Ireland? Or what? Yeah, I don't really I have a couple of videos on my channel from years ago, from when I would perform more often. Oh, okay. That's cool. See, everyone thinks I'm Irish, but I'm so not. Even though, like, my name is Caitlin Larkin, you would think I'm Irish. Nope. My grandmother found our last name in a telephone book, and she thought it sounded better. So I have a lot of record stores where I live. Yes, I do. There's about 4 record stores where I live, but I only really frequent 2 of them, which I was actually at this afternoon. And I bought records. I'm debating on whether or not I want to show you guys what I bought today, because I know I'm going to have to make a video about it eventually for those of, those people that aren't here right now. But I don't know if I want to do that twice. Show them? All right, does all 5 of you that are out there watching, do you want to see what I bought today? Because I actually have them right here. We'll call it a sneak peek. All right. Here, I'm going to go with non-Beatle albums first. I spent so much at the record store today, you guys. My wife is going to kill me later. She's at work today. She's going to kick my butt. See, this is what happens when I'm left to my own devices. I buy, I buy way too much stuff. And then it's also horrible because I give her shit for buying stuff all the time. Anyway, we'll call this even. So today I found this lovely. Yeah. Because if you guys have seen any of my other videos, you know that I adore Chrissie Hynde. She's like my queen. But yeah, you got the Pretenders right here. And I never, as much as I love the Pretenders, I didn't have any albums. Growing up, my dad always had the greatest hits on cassette. And that's kind of where I fell in love with Chrissie Hynde. But yeah. See, everybody's got this, so I don't even have to tell you what's on it. But yeah, I only found it for $7. How about that? So it was, and it's in pretty good shape too. I actually haven't gone through these because as soon as I came home from the store today, I went live. So I haven't really had a chance to look through this. And yeah, this was in the cheapo bin. So I'm really hoping that the record's okay. I'll have to check that out later. Another little find that I got, and another band that I love, the Psychedelic Furs. And here you have the 45 for The Ghost in You. And then the B-side is Heartbreak Beat. It's a remix. Aha. Yeah, actually, the Psychedelic Furs are going to be at my job on Friday. I am so excited. I've never seen them live, but when they came to Orlando, I think this was 2 years ago or so, they actually came in to the Hard Rock to eat, and I was like, I got dibs. I'm seating them at their table. So, of course, Richard Butler, I think, is the only original member of the group that's, still in the band. And so I'm taking them all to their table, holding their menus, and we get to their table. And if you guys don't know, or if you haven't seen my earlier videos, I work at the Hard Rock Cafe at Universal Studios. And so we're right in between the 2 parks. So you have Universal Studios on one side and Islands of Adventure on the other. And so I gave them their menus, and I was like, guys, I just have to say it's a, really great honor to meet you, and I'm a huge fan. And as soon as I kind of started to walk away, Richard Butler goes, can I ask you something? And I go, you can ask me anything. And he goes, which park do you like better, Universal Studios or Islands of Adventure? And I proceed to tell him, well, I really, enjoy Universal Studios more because they don't have roller coasters, too many roller coasters. I'm not a fan of stuff like that. You know, I like more simulators and, you know, those other kinds of rides. And he goes, Islands of Adventure it is. Dick. I think that's just his British humor. But no, it's pretty cool that I can say that I had a discussion with Richard Butler. So that's what I got there. And then this little guy, I am super, super excited that I got, and I wish it was an original. I thought like I had stumbled upon like a total gold mine here. Yes, Brits do have a dry sense of humor. That's why they're so funny. So here we have, I think this is a re-release from the 70s, but you have the Beatles hits, which has From Me to You, Thank You Girl, Please Please Me, and Love Me Do. And I love this cover. I love it so much that I didn't care that it wasn't an original pressing. I just kind of had to have it. And plus, Thank You Girl is one of my all-time favorite Beatles songs. So, I feel like I spent too much money on this, though. That's the problem with my... Okay, so I go to 2 different record stores, right? One of them has reasonably priced records, you know, but it's hard to find stuff that you like that I really want. Like, they don't have a lot of Beatles stuff because whenever they get Beatles stuff in, it sells right away because they're reasonably priced. The other store that I go to where I got this sucker, they overprice their Beatles stuff. They do. And it's not even all the time in the best condition. This is in tip-top shape, but it's not an original pressing. I think this is from 74. Must be nice, Joseph. Making me jealous over here. But it's a great little reproduction. You got the Parlophone label there, and it's in good shape. You know, it's really nice. So that's kind of what made me want to buy it. But, I don't know, maybe you guys can tell me if I spent too much money on this. I paid $20 for it. And I wrestled with this for a good hour at the store. I was like, I love this so much. I wish it was the original. If this was the original, I would have paid whatever. Well, not whatever, within reason. But to have a reissue, it's $20. I think maybe like 13. I don't know. What do you guys think? Oh, but you know what's funny that I kind of just realized looking at it? You'll see here. I wonder if you guys can see that. That it says McCartney Lennon on it and not Lennon McCartney. Wah. The way Paul wanted it back in the day. Yeah, but see, if money was no object, this would be a totally different story. But you know, it don't come easy. Oh wow, that's cool, Joseph. You are lucky. That is really neat. All right, so are you guys ready for the grand finale? So, this is pretty freaking cool. And the dude in my shop actually discounted this a little bit for me. here in my hands, I have a first pressing, still sealed with the hype sticker. You ready? Drum roll. Double Fantasy. Sorry about the glare. There you go. It's still in the shrink, the original shrink, never been opened with, can you get the hype sticker? Yeah, right there. Isn't that neat? I'm never allowed to open this. Because who knows where it'll be in, you know, in a few years down the road. But I saw this and I was just like, oh man. Ooh, you get the reflection off my TV. There you go. Anybody want to watch The Help? So, I mean, come on, it's John's last record. Still in the shrink! Really? That's cool. So they haven't marked here. They had it marked at 40, but I talked the guy down to knocking $5 off, so I only had to pay $35 for it. Because it helps being... oh man, I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this. It helps being a cute girl sometimes. No, I shouldn't say that. No, I was talking to the guy. See, I've been shopping at the same place since I moved to Orlando, so the last 5 years or so. And the guy who owns the record store, he never remembers who I am. And so he always gets really impressed when, you know, we talk about Beatles stuff, and he's like, oh, you know your shit. And I'm like, yeah, I do. So he was nice enough to give me a discount on Double Fantasy, but not a discount on the Beatles, the Beatles hits. No, I don't have one that's been opened. So I'm gonna have to get one that is open so that I can enjoy it. But that's what I got at the store today. Ta-da! So now I'm not gonna want to make a video about it for everyone else, because lazy. I wish I could tell what percentage my battery's at. Yeah, $7 for years, but it was used. That's not bad. See, the other store that I go to, the one that's decently priced, their used records in near mint condition always go for $10. That's like their base price. So I find some really good stuff there all the time. Like all my other records on my other videos, like my Wham album and my Huey Lewis album and stuff like that, they're all $10, and they're in immaculate condition. You know, I just wish the other store that has everything that I would ever want would price their stuff like that for, you know, for me, because help me, I'm poor. Really? That's neat. Well, I know that there is a difference from, you know, our currency, but what do mint Beatles albums go for in Ireland? Yeah, no, that wasn't a bad price at all for the Double Fantasy. I was so happy and, you know, so grateful that he even knocked it down $5 for me. Guys, my cat just slid on the coffee table, kind of like Tom Cruise in Risky Business. That's what that noise was. Hold on. What do you have to say for yourself? Nothing? You just gonna... Alright, cool. Anyway. Cat break. But yeah, I was saying I know that the currency is different. Really? So do you know what that would be in dollars by chance? Do you? Because like Beatles albums in mint condition, anywhere I've ever seen them go for hundreds of dollars. As first pressings anyway. See, I wouldn't mind spending that much on a first pressing. That to me is kind of worth it. Now my cats are going crazy. What are you doing? Oh. Yeah, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, see, I suck at math, so I am not 1 pound equals $1.36. No, thank you. I can't do the math in my head. All right, get a lot of people that sell their collections. Yeah, I'm really. I don't want to say that I'm learning more. I mean, I guess I am. It's give or take. I mean, I've been going like to record stores and music stores ever since I was a little kid, but I guess I'm really more invested in it now. So, and it doesn't help that I like make no money. You gonna pop a squat there? All right. Aminals. All right. So $75. All right, give or take. Not too horrible. Especially if you're looking like in a mint condition first pressing of an album. Man, if only my parents knew back when they were kids, I'd be rolling in it. I'd be rolling in the dough. Sorry, I missed that. Yeah, I bet. It does take a toll on like life savings and other things, and that's why I have to choose my purchases wisely, and that's also why I don't go out and do it too often. So when I do like vinyl finds videos, I know that they're pretty, for the most part, spread out. That's why it's mostly I'm into just Beatles discussions and stuff like that. It's not necessarily all vinyl all the time. I wish it could be. That'd be incredible. Ringo Christmas album. Very cool. So I can't believe that in the almost hour and a half that we've been going at it here, um, that, no Joe. Where is he? Is he doing a live chat and I'm missing it? That'd be pretty funny. I would do the same thing. If I had a time machine, I would go back, like, I would go back to the day that, like, each Beatle album went on sale. And, I'd put them away in a safe box and go to town. Yeah, I haven't seen Joe on today, which is a surprise because he's been really, really into these live chats, which I can see why. They are a lot of fun. It is fun talking to you guys, especially when I'm here alone at home by myself with nobody else to talk to but the cats. See, I don't think I could do this when my wife is home. She'd probably think that it was weird. Oh, yeah, I would buy, like, all the original, like, Kenner Star Wars toys, too. Oh, man, I love that stuff. Sorry, I'm missing stuff. Oh, man, if I could have gotten my hand on Butcher covers back in the day. David Bowie is amazing. Another favorite of mine. I adore David Bowie. I cried a lot when he passed away. No, I don't see myself ever selling my Beatles stuff. I just couldn't. It would have to be like a dire situation. Like, I couldn't even. I would really, really need to be desperate if I was going to sell any Beatle thing. Mm-mm. That's neat. You're talking about Bowie, right? Yeah. No, I love David Bowie. I mean, and another artist I grew up listening to a lot. For sure. Bowie's very big in my house. Bowie, Elvis Costello is huge in my house. If my brother was born a girl, he was supposed to be named Allison. That's how much my parents love Elvis Costello. Trying to think. Yeah. I like I said, I could never part with it. Never. Even if I got my hands on it somehow now, I could never get rid of Beatle stuff. I just want it too badly, you know? Nice. Yeah, I mean, I have other random collections and stuff, but I'm primarily a Beatles collector. I mean, I have lots of other like toys and retro stuff. I mean, movies, you know, hold on. Okay. Yeah, I wish it could all just come down in price just so that I can have it. And then it could go back up and do whatever it wants. not that not like it would matter because I wouldn't want to sell it. But my wife and I collect the Funko Pop toys. Those are a fun little collection that we have. Um, Trying to think of all the other stuff I have. Joe is addicted to live chats. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I'll collect like any artist or band that I like. Um, I'll buy like little things here and there. But I think I've said this in my other videos too. Okay, so my favorite band are the Beatles. My favorite movie is Back to the Future. And my favorite TV show is Full House. So if I see anything Back to the Future or anything Full House or anything like that, I always have to go and pick it up. Sorry, I missed that last bit. Oh yeah, you like Joe's record store videos. He must be very flattered that we're over here having our own live chat and we're talking about his ass. Come on. Am I an 80s kid? Yes. I was born in the 80s. Grew up in the 90s. Hold on. Oh, why am I missing so much stuff? But yeah, Joe's record store videos. I know he's mentioned this in his chats anytime I say something, but Corey from the record store is my first cousin. His dad and my dad are brothers. So we are very, very close. So it took me by such surprise because I had no idea. Going through Joe's videos when I first found him on YouTube, I went, holy shit, that's Corey! And I've seen Corey more on Joe's videos than I have since I moved to Florida. So it's nice that I get to see him every once in a while because we were super, super close as kids. Corey's kind of like anti-internet. So he's not really on like Facebook or anything like that. And I don't even think he has a smartphone. I think he still has a flip phone. He probably doesn't want me airing out all his business, but here I am doing it. So he and I don't stay in touch too often. My least favorite Beatles song. Like, my least favorite Beatles son is James McCartney. Now, my least favorite Beatles song, that's really hard. Because that's one thing I do agree about with Joe, is that there are songs that I like more than others, but I genuinely love everything. I don't know, I'll have to get back to you on that. Here, let me see, what did I miss? Corey seems like a cool guy. Well, yeah, we're a cool family. Corey's always been an interesting guy. I mean, he's a sweetheart. Do I subscribe to Canadian Stub Muffin? I think I do. I think only because I heard his name through Joe, but I haven't watched any of it yet. I need to catch up. Oh yeah, James McCartney's EP is not that good. If I could pick one album to listen to for the rest of my life, whew. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out Canadian Stud Muffin. I know that I did subscribe, but I just haven't watched it yet. One Beatles album. Ugh. Okay, so right now in my brain, I'm going, okay, I would love to have, like... Oh, no, but that's... This is so hard. I'm thinking, like, Beatles for Sale, but then I always loved With the Beatles. But, ah. Yeah, that's too tough. I can't even do it right now. I feel like my brain is gonna explode. He's a huge Sparks fan. What's Sparks? I don't know if I know Sparks. But I also love the Beatles' second album. 4 Beatles compilation albums. Wait, hold on. Wait. Ah! 4 Beatles albums and 1 compilation. Okay, hold up. Hold up, everybody. Everybody stop. Because I really have to think about this. Okay, so 4 Beatles albums, 1 of them being a compilation. So I don't want to choose Beatles ones because that's like way too freaking predictable. But then you get a lot of the good stuff too. Okay. So I definitely would want with the Beatles. Or do I want Meet the Beatles? Do I want to go US or UK? Oh my god, I'm racking my brain. This is so hard. Hip Hop Anonymous? Isn't that a joke from Big Daddy? Okay, hold on, you guys. Hold up. I still have to think about this. Okay, so Beatles for Sale for sure. Oh, Please Please Me. Okay, Beatles for Sale. Please Please Me. Revolver and Past Masters. We were on the same wavelength right there. Yeah. Past Masters would be my compilation. Please Please Me, Revolver, and I said with the Beatles, right? God, now I'm even forgetting. Oh, I get 4 albums plus the compilation, so 5. Oh, shit. What would be my other album? As much as I love Abbey Road, I'm an early Beatles fan. Like, I love early Beatles stuff. I don't know, but maybe I would need Abbey Road to kind of round that out, because that would kind of be the only really big element that's missing. And I adore Abbey Road. It's one of my favorites. But I'm like, do I want Rubber Soul? Because I love Rubber Soul. But I think I could live without Rubber Soul. Yeah, maybe Abbey Road would have to be that 4th album. Yeah. Alright, what did I miss? Because I was thinking too hard. Yeah, All Things Must Pass is friggin' fantastic. It's a brilliant album. I mean, to think that George Harrison had all of that stuff in his back pocket because John and Paul wouldn't let him, put it elsewhere. No, that was a good one, See Me Fly. That was a good one. That made my brain hurt. What? Did you guys hear that? Do you guys hear my cat? Yes. Oh, here he comes. Say hi. Oh, I I have two cats. This is Fred. Oh, look who's graced us with his presence. King Joe has entered the building. So I have to tell you that even though this is not your live chat, you're just like, you're the bee's knees. Like, everybody just loves to talk about you, Joe. Yeah, George Martin did say that. We got Sir Fred joining us right over here. And then if you look over this way, you got Lucy over there watching the concert for George. I haven't watched that one in a while. I have it on DVD. It's been a minute. It has been a hot minute since I have watched that, but it's brilliant. You know what? I've never even watched the special features. I need to get on that. I might do that tomorrow. That's actually a good way to spend the day. Pressing of Yellow Submarine soundtrack on yellow vinyl. Oh, that's cool. I want one. I want Yellow Submarine on yellow vinyl. Joe, I've been here for an hour and a half, and now you're just deciding to show up. We were all worried about you. Right? Well, we've been having a good time. Talking Beatles. Yeah, see, you can't start your own chat because then everybody's going to leave mine. And then I won't be able to see what you're doing. And that's no fun. It's going to be a competition now. I don't need that. I can't compete with you, man. I mean, you've been doing this a lot longer than me, granted, for sure. But, I really do have to thank you, Joe, because a lot of the live chats and, you mentioning me and helping me promote my page, I've gotten more subscribers, and I really do appreciate it. So, thanks, Joe. Right? Even Fred says thank you. I never used to be a cat lady, you guys. Never. I was always a dog person, and my wife, she is the crazy cat lady. Ow. Do you have to do that? Thank you. I'm starting to love cats. This guy right over here, though, he's really like a puppy. You would never, ever think that he's a cat. He just wants to be loved on all the time. All the time. Watch, I stop petting him and he's probably going to get mad. Thank you. See, you're adorable, Freddy. No, he's such a good boy. Except for when he's hungry and he scratches at our door at 4:30 in the morning. That was this morning. Sorry. Here. Ah! No, I want to read. Yeah, I hope that Let It Be gets an official release at some point. I mean, I feel like for years, they've been kind of like teasing it. But then nothing ever happens. Because this was like a year ago on the Beatles official YouTube channel, where they were posting clips of Let It Be. And I was like, oh my God, they remastered a couple of clips. Maybe this is it. Maybe we will finally get an official release. But if they were going to do something, I feel like they would have to for the 50th anniversary. So we're probably still going to have to wait just a couple more years. And if they don't do it for the 50th anniversary, then it's never going to friggin' happen. Yeah, I mean, I've always heard that it was George Harrison that didn't want Let It Be to be released. And if George Harrison didn't want it to be released, then there's no way in hell. I have a cat butt in my face. Fred, if you knock down the camera, I will kill you. Then it's probably Olivia. You know, because she would respect George's wishes, and if George didn't want it to happen, then why would Olivia make it happen? Oh my god, you guys, this is the funniest thing ever. Oh my god. Yeah, butt shots. Fred, are you watching yourself? Oh my god. I was gonna delete this afterwards, but that right there is just cute. Alright, sorry, Joe. What'd you say? Yeah, I hope so. I hope you're right. I hope that nobody's blocking it anymore. Because we want to see it. I mean, granted, we've all seen it. We all have bootlegs of it. But I want to see it in, like, HD. On Blu-ray. Right, bub? This freaking cat. He's a camera hog. Wow. Get out of here. If I could pick one Beatles song written by each Beatle for new Beatles 45 EP. Oh, each one written by a different Beatle. That's tough. Okay, so I have to pick one Beatles song, like one solo Beatles song. Oh, wait, one Beatles song. Okay. Okay, I get it. Okay. So one song written by each Beatle for a new EP. Okay, so Ringo's the easiest because he only wrote so many songs. So, oh my god, Fred, do not knock the camera over. All right, that's it. You're done. You're done. Get out. Okay, starting. So Ringo's probably the easiest. I'd probably say Octopus's Garden. George Harrison. Ooh. George Harrison Beatles song. I would probably say I Need You. John and Paul. That's tough. That's so tough. Ooh, I would do for Paul, That Means a Lot. Haha, I'm gonna be weird on that one. And for John, I would do... It's Only Love. Bam! That's my list. How's that? Does that sound good? That'd be a great EP. Minus Octopus's Garden. That kind of doesn't fit, but... What can you do? Thank you. I tried to think outside the box. No, that's okay, Wesley. I enjoyed it. Even though it made my brain hurt, I enjoyed it. I think my dad actually had a tape cassette of the Let It Be movie. I think he recorded it off of the TV. Yeah, is it hard to be on that side? It's weird for me to be on this side. This is my first time actually hosting a chat and being on here for over 99 minutes. Oh, we're almost at the 100-minute mark. That's pretty badass. Here, Joe, I think I'll make a deal with you. How about I get another 15 more minutes till 10 o'clock? Because that'll be 2 hours for me. And then you can do one, and I'll go on yours. How does that sound? So, wait, here's my question then. This is what I've always been confused about. So, there have been tons of Let It Be bootlegs, but did it get an official release back in 81? Because I know that's when the Laserdisc came out too, or was that 83? It was around that time. Okay, good. You'll go live at 10, and I'll be done at 10. Okay, so it had an official release. That's so, okay. I don't know, that's so weird. So if it had an official release from Apple, then what happened? Why wouldn't they make more? If it already had happened, like it already came out, so what's the holdup? That's what I want to know. That's what I don't get. Okay. So then that's really not an Apple release, is it? They did the same thing with the other movies too. See, that just confuses me. It was United Artists, okay. Oh. Wow, I'm at 20%. No! Alright. I should have, you know what? Hold on a second. Let me plug in. I should have been doing this all along. Ah! Oh geez, now it's twisting it around. Alright. You're getting a whole tour. Come on. It should just stay in place. No, it does not want to stay in place. Alright guys, let me try something here. I apologize. Nope. Alright, it's not gonna work like that. That's fun. Because I had my phone one way. Now I can't do it the other way. Alright, I'm just gonna hold it. I will hold my phone. It doesn't need to be on the stand. That's fine. I only got 10 more minutes. Alright, what did I miss? Alright, so that's interesting. So, who knows, maybe it'll come back. It'll come back again. Helter Skelter or Revolution? Revolution. Yeah, I remember, not Hard Day's Night. Magical Mystery Tour was always difficult to find. But I had that on VHS as well. See, when I was a kid, I had Help and A Hard Day's Night taped off of my TV. So we had it on a recordable VHS. It wasn't an official VHS tape. Yeah, that would be badass if they released the Budokan and Shea Stadium concerts on, like, Blu-ray. That would be incredible. It's funny, I was actually talking to the dude at the record store today about them doing an HD release of Shea Stadium. That would be so wicked. No, Budokan would be incredible, and any other kind of footage. Never got into laser discs. I didn't even know what a laser disc was until DVDs came out, and someone told me that there were laser discs. Uh-oh. I've been frozen? Sorry. I hope that's not the case. I'm still going. Am I still frozen? Uh-oh. Did I lose everyone? Hello? Oh, okay. Gotcha. I'm still here. I still have 8 minutes left. And then I'm gonna put Joe on the TV. See, here. When there's the TV that I put you on, Joe. And then I chat from my phone. So. Did I lose everyone else? Damn, that sucks. I have like top speed internet here in my apartment. It shouldn't be doing that. Maybe it was because I was trying to flip the camera around and stuff. It's still buffering. Damn it. I don't know what's going on. It was fine for an hour and a half. Oh man. That's no good. No! Stop! Alright. Well, that sucks. I guess since I can't type on here to you guys, I guess I'll end it early. I'm sorry that I'm having a shitty internet connection. I don't know why that would be happening. So if you can hear me, I guess we're all going to party at Joe's. So I'll end it early. Alright, guys. Thanks for, hanging out with me for my first live chat. Parallel universes? I don't know what you mean, but I'm so sorry that it's starting to buffer. Maybe when I plugged in my phone to charge it, it did something. Alright, my friends. Maybe we should do this again sometime. Peace and love. See ya.